chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cyclones will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Power football with the run. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Knight. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last last play, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third down coming up.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. It'll be a draw. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
The option look. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Gator. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, the running back looking for room. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the left side. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. him out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Might as well give it to him again.
The ball carrier is the running back. Second down coming up.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. And they're able to make the tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he left him grabbing. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On the run, it's Knight. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. On the ground with the counter. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
Coming up, 4th down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Cyclones are in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Second down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Sending the offense back out. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying play action. Sends it downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown Gators! A great catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. The Cyclones in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Florida. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul, but I'm trying to put some points on.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the Cyclones will hustle for the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Griffin. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Griffin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll pull it on the read. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
Throws for the tight end. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Darnold. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes his connection. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal.
And the Cyclones trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over Georgia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, a 4th down.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, the ground game. Thrust that arm out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Cyclones racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll give it to him again. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Soften him up with a run, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Belly stutter.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Scrambling away. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 31, Iowa State 3.
Okay, ready?
1st down to start the drive after the break.
Ringo, Ringo, set.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 1. 2nd down coming up.
On the double.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
In blue. In blue. Lizzie, Lizzie.
They'll try the run. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On the
3rd
set.
and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Little touch pass to the receiver. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Gators send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I'm in late in the game, man. When you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this DB.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Peppers. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Quick strike complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Touchdown, Gators! And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. about to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida, 31. Iowa State, 3.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. More, you should have ran a better route.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. What a snag by the defense. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stings, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Using the quick game. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Cyclones want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
The play action fake. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Seven is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are